Thanks for describing the beautiful campus of your school. Tell me about your family.
Okay, so my siblings, they're deaf. And then I've got my parents. My mom's Molly, my dad's Rick. And they live nearby, not far from the school at all. My grandparents are hearing. And other than that, my family's deaf. My immediate family.
It must be cool to have a deaf sister. You two probably have a great time together. What about pets?
I have a dog. He's a tan. His name is Spunky. It's because he's kind of got these weird looking ears. He's a really pretty dog, and he can, dance and da da da, all that kind of stuff. And my mom even trained it to, it kind of has this little dinner bell, and it dances to it. That's cool.
I'd love to see those tricks. He sounds really cute. How old is your dog?
Oh, it's like, gosh, he's 8? I think he's 8, around there.
He's been a special member of the family for a long time, huh? I must tell you, we probably have something in common because people always tell me that I look exactly like my mother. You hear that a lot, right?
Oh, yeah, people are always telling me that I look like my mom, and now I just tell them, yeah, I know that. Well, I want to anyway, but I just kind of, okay, thanks, keep to myself, and then just walk off and roll my eyes. And I mean, it's not really a bad thing that I look a lot like my mom. It's just kind of weird to hear it all the time. Like, I always hear it. I'm like, okay, okay, I get it. I've always been hearing it my whole life. I don't need to hear it. But I just gotta keep patient, say, okay, thank you. I mean, my mom is pretty, but it just bothers me when people tell me that all the time.
I understand 100%. At least we dress differently than our mothers, right? What styles of clothing do you like?
I like usually, you know, big clothes, t-shirts and stuff. Like tennis shoes. I like doing sports and stuff. So my mom wants me to wear dresses. She's always complaining, but I just kind of, deal with that. Take some patience.
When do you have to dress up?
For things like prom and different events. Formal events, I guess.
What did your prom dress look like?
It was green and it had these short sleeves and it was big and billowy.
Wow, it sounds pretty. Did you like it?
Uh, I liked it. but my mom was wanting it to be a little bit bigger, more formal.
What was prom like?
Well, my boyfriend and I went to prom. First we ate out, and then we went to the dance. And then we went to these kind of events afterwards, and then I went home. I got into the prom and it was real fancy and nice. We didn't really have anything fancy for food, just corn and potatoes and stuff like that.
You planned to order steak? What did you end up ordering instead?
I ended up getting pasta with meatballs in it.
Spaghetti, huh? Do you ever cook spaghetti yourself?
Oh, no. No, I'd burn it.
Do you cook anything?
Um, I like to cook some things. Like hot dogs, basic stuff.
How do you cook noodles?
Well, you just gotta boil some water. Then you got your noodles, you pour them in. Then when it's, finished boiling, you cook them and you strain them. You put some seasoning on them, you mix them, and then you eat them.
What about a microwave? Isn't that pretty easy to use?
Yeah, but most of the time, microwaving, I don't get focused on what's microwaving. I'll set something in the microwave, I'll get distracted, and then by the time I finally get around to it, it's cold and I've forgotten about it. Then I gotta heat it back up all over again. But if I just cook it, it'll be warm.
Yeah, that's happened to me before too. What do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
I like going to breakfast a lot with my friends. I like reading, playing basketball, playing different games with my friends and stuff like that. I'll go with my friends like skating, or we'll just hang out in the house, chat, have conversations, watch movies, go to the mall maybe. Shopping's a lot of fun.
Do you prefer to chat in person or by TTY?
TTY with typing and everything, I don't really like it so much because you can't see the person's facial expressions. And communication just seems to go on longer, so I like it better face to face and in person.
I understand what you mean. You mentioned scary movies. Do you have a favorite?
Oh, yeah, my favorite, gosh, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Blank. Yeah, that's the name of it. It's about vampires and they're killing people. The main character, he's a vampire, and so he's killing all sorts of people. But I like movies about vampires.
That movie was really scary. You mentioned basketball. Tell me about your team.
Well, I'm a basketball team. It's at my school. I'm in junior varsity. But last year we won 6 games. And we lost about, oh gosh, 7 or 8.
Have you been playing basketball for a long time?
Yeah, ever since I was 6 or 7, maybe. I've been playing basketball, and now, when I'm a senior in high school, still playing.
At school, what's your favorite class?
Oh, science? Science is probably my favorite because it's related to, animals and all sorts of different things. I like that. In the future, I think maybe I want to become a vet or something like that. Something with science. I love working with animals.
In biology, have you dissected an animal?
Uh, no, not yet. Now we're working on genes and stuff. Different animals. And it's fun. It's interesting. There's a good variety.
What about chemistry?
Chemistry's interesting, but it's kind of hard to understand. I mean, I understand it, but what it really means, I don't know. It's kind of hard.
Scientists are doing so much research. Suppose they discovered a way to cure deafness. Would you want to be cured?
No, of course not. I'd want to stay deaf. Because, sign language is beautiful. Hearing people, they're just talking, moving their mouths. I don't get it. It doesn't look good at all. Signing's so much prettier.
Many people feel the same way. Many problems face Americans today. What do you see as a major problem?
There's a whole lot of drug addiction and stuff. And people are getting high all the time and then they die because of drug overdose. That and there needs to be counseling for that. Because people just, it messes with their heart and then they die. And mm-hmm.
Is there another serious problem you'd like to discuss? Can you suggest a solution?
I think the worst is probably homelessness. people need to be given a home. They need to be established and stuff. We need to try and fix that situation, help the homeless people, and stop people, from being in that situation, end up getting addicted to drugs and drinking, and, you know, give them a job to work at so that they can earn some money, they can get a home. I think that would really improve a lot of things. And in the future, maybe that could really be helpful.
Have you seen homeless people in your neighborhood?
Well, I know of homeless people. I've seen this one man who's nearby my neighborhood. He kind of walks around with a shopping cart. He just kind of, people give him things and he'll just put them in the cart and keep on going. And sometimes other people, people in nice clothes and stuff, they'll feel bad for him. But other people, they just see him as, just some dirty homeless guy. And his clothes are too big, his shoes are too big. Looking at that kind of weirded me out.
Can we help homeless people? What can they do?
Yeah, we can help them by giving them a special place to go to and letting them get help there. Like we could send that guy there. A place where they can get, treatment and enough to help them have stability. Maybe stay there for like 2 or 3 years or something.
Some people have a strong influence on our lives. They become role models for us. Do you have a role model?
Yeah. I think my role model is Martin Luther King. So he taught people a lot of important things, and it's important to learn the kind of stuff he taught.
I'm sure your teacher would feel honored to know she was your role model. Wow! Has some special event made you feel especially proud?
There are a lot of times I've felt really proud. Like, it's one time giving a presentation a while ago, about a year ago. I'm still proud of myself for that, giving the presentation.
Congratulations on the honor. What was your topic?
Oh, I can't remember. It was a while ago. Was it kind of about my life? I don't remember. It was last year.
For this year, with the topic of optimism, what will be the points of your speech?
Oh, this year? Oh, probably about family.